Hotep. Welcome back to my channel, See This World. My name is Sidamu Neferu, and I am here at the Topiary Park. This park is so cool. They took the horticulture and they shaped it into this painting. It's called like a Sunday afternoon. I'll link the details below, and I'll put in some video as well when I go out on my walk. But I wanted to pull a few messages first. Before we do that, we're gonna set the vibration with a little bit of sound healing. I definitely need it. How are you guys feeling today? Take a deep breath, inhaling through your nostrils, slowly exhaling through your mouth. Inhale again, exhaling through your mouth. Okay, beautiful, magnificent. So, first things first is that the collective has a celebration coming, and I think in order to attract that more quickly and more easily, we must be in the mode of celebration. I know it's difficult right now because there are circumstances outside of you in which you cannot control. But it's important to be in the energy of having a strong mindset. And I think a big part of that, your mindset, is affected by your dopamine levels. It's really important right now that we focus on the things that offer us natural dopamine, because when we don't get it, we seek lower vibrational behaviors and responses, reactions to overcompensate for that lack of energy. So you can get dopamine from like doing exercise, listening to music. There's a bunch of things, and I'm gonna list some things in the comments of the video. Queen of Wands, okay. Ace of Cups. Mastering your mindset is the key to emotional fulfillment. If you can, and those things go back and forth with each other too. It's like intertwined, like everything's connected. It's like a cycle, if you will. So the more that you become emotionally intelligent, the easier it is to shift your mind when it moves into a negative place. The easier it is that you have a positive mindset, it is to be more emotionally available, to bring more love into the space. Say thank you to thank you, God. Thank you to the ancestors of the light and my spirit team of the light. Thank you, Hecate and Osiris. Thank you to my father, Satesh, and my mother, Bastet. Thank you, Oshun and Oya. Thank you, Ogun. Thank you, Sophia. Okay. This was already popping out when I was shuffling the tower. Okay, so it may feel like everything's kind of falling apart right now, or you may feel just emotionally unstable, even if everything's okay in your physical environment. it may feel like you don't have control. And whenever I start to feel like I need to have control of something or someone, I try and say the serenity prayer. God grant me the serenity to accept the things that I cannot change. And the courage to change the things that I can. Okay. So I'm going to read these all together. We got the Hangman, Five of Pentacles, and then the Knight of Cups are reverse, okay? So this is telling me that we need to take time to process our emotions, okay? Because when we don't, we start to lean into victimhood. When we take time to process our emotions, we give space for accountability throughout that reflection to say like, okay, this is how I contributed. What can I change within myself to bring more balance to this situation? Because otherwise the other option is when we lean into that Five Pentacle energies and we start to go into victimhood of like somebody is doing things to you, or that simply everything is not happening for you. And honestly, whatever it is that we experiencing outside of ourselves is really just a reflection of what's going on inside. So it's really important to kind of really meditate and go within and say like, where is this really coming from? Really look into the depth of your emotions and your triggers and be like, when did I start to really become reactive to things like this? Like, where's the original trigger from? When you find healing in that, then you can become more balanced and move away from being emotionally immature and emotionally unstable and essentially projecting on other people. Let's see, is there anything else? I'm going to move one card to read from the guidebook. Spirit, one card for us to read from the guidebook. Okay. I love that for us. 10 of Pentacles. Okay. I'm going to read what it says in the guidebook for the 10 of Pentacles. All right. It says, you have accumulated wealth and abundance through hard work and dedication. It brings you deep joy and satisfaction to share this wealth with your loved ones. You express gratitude for fulfilling your material goals and dreams. And 10 energy is like a conclusion. So it's like we are overcoming a lot of things in our life right now. And sometimes we have like survivor's remorse. And that's when we start to lean into like self-sabotage. That's when we start to lean into like, what is that called? I can't think of what it's called right now, but I'm going to pin a video right here and also include it in the comments of what it is that I'm talking about. It'll come to me when it comes to me. But Spirit is saying to be the change that you wish to see. So the more abundance that you wish to accumulate, whether that's physical, mental, emotional, spiritual, you know, first have that within yourself, and over time you will start to vibrate on a level to attract more abundance into your life, okay? And filling yourself with gratitude every day. One thing that I do every single night with my kids is we say 3 things that we're grateful for. And that just is a moment that we share together each night to reflect on the positive things in our life, so that before we go to bed, whatever other thoughts that may come across, it's like at the end of the day, I could say, I am at least grateful for 3 things that is creating abundance in my life. That's really all I had to say. I would like to thank my sponsors, TLUNO. Thank you, TLUNO, for sponsoring this video. TLUNO is who you call when you need to talk. Is there anything I'm leaving out? I don't know. If you want to book a personal reading with me or long distance Reiki session, that information will also be linked below in the comments. And pretty soon I will have my tea available. I guess I will take this time to I kind of just want the light to catch me, like it's not doing what it needs to do. What I was gonna say is that I would like to talk a little bit about my brand and what it is and why that I do it. And I'm gonna talk a little bit too about just myself personally. So Rest was really created in a layered process when I knew that I wanted to host a Reiki sound bath, and I really had to go on the days that it was available on the calendar, and the day that made the most sense was Thursday. So I was like, okay, Thursday is Jupiter Day. It's the luckiest day of the week. I want to create a class that's aligned with the energy of abundance. And if you know me from way back when, a lot of my content really started out in manifestation. And quickly soon I realized that in order to really manifest the life that you deserve to have, there's some healing going to have to take place so that you can have a more aligned mindset with that lifestyle, whatever that is for you. So I'm like, okay, period. That's what I'm going to do. And Rest came from Reiki Sound Bath Thursdays. It actually was a channeled idea that developed, okay? So it was Reiki Sound Bath Thursdays, and then I was like, okay, there's branding here like Rest, and I decided, okay, I'm going to become an advocate for wellness practices, daily wellness practices, and creating a lifestyle of fulfillment by every day pouring into yourself. And that is what Rest is. Rest is creating a routine, a regimen, a spiritual practice that supports you to prevent burnout. And then I moved from Thursdays to Sunday, and I started doing Sacred Sunday, and that class was in alignment with the energy of the sun to promote inner child healing and connect with the higher self, induce confidence and higher self-esteem. So I'm taking a break from my classes right now, and I'm going to work on developing my travel business, which is WellRSTd. WellRSTd is my travel business. When I kind of just was led into retreats, and that's something that I had wanted to do probably since like 2020. And I love to travel. And I met one of my colleagues. Her name's Amber. Shout out to Amber. I'm going to drop her information down in the comments. She's amazing yoga and meditation instructor. She has a channel here on YouTube, and she will be dropping yoga flow sessions and meditation soon. So I'm going to link her below, her information. And she started a travel business, and she launched her business at Laundry's Content Studio, which is where I host my class. So that kind of sparked the idea in me, like, oh, this is something I can do too. And eventually I connected with my coach Z, who is both of our mentors in our travel businesses. So we work together with a whole team of people. If this is something that sounds interesting in you, comment below Travel Boss, and I will send you some information if there's something that you would be interested in becoming your own travel boss. And I'll make more videos going in depth about that. But there are lots of perks to being your own travel boss. And the more that you invest in it, the more the business invests in you. You could become just a travel agent where you're booking travel and getting a percentage off of it, or you could really expand so that you have unlimited opportunities to make income by building a team of travel agents underneath yourself. So if that's something that interests you, please comment below, Travel Boss. And WellRSTd is going to be a selection of retreats that I have, and pretty soon I will be dropping more information about where you can book extensive healing sessions with me and book me for mentoring and coaching. I'm super excited about this, and I cannot wait to build this out for you guys. Just with all the tools that you need to establish a WellRSTd, practice for yourself. So, with that being said, I am sending you guys into the week with lots of love and unconditional love and healing vibrations. Shy. Hotep.